Here with Purge, aka PurgeGamers, MLG. You saw some Purge signs in the crowd, huh?
Yeah, there were like probably 4 or 5 different ones that I saw. Yeah.
At a StarCraft crowd.
Yeah, it's pretty good advertising. I mean, that's pretty sweet. I wonder if my Google search went up. Probably a little bit.
I think if you had to pay for that sign, it would be so much money to get 30 seconds on the MLG stream with like 100,000 viewers. But it was pretty easy. You just get some fans, they make some signs. Did you have to? How much did you have to pay those guys to get the signs up?
I didn't even have to have sex with them. It was pretty cost efficient. So
nice.
I don't know. It was worth it.
Thank you very much for letting me and Heyoka stay at you and Beyond the Summit's house. That was very nice of you. How did you like the time of us staying there?
Well, I was really excited to play this new board game. I can't remember what it was called.
Fuck.
What was it called again?
Agricola.
Agricola. I was really pumped about playing a board game, but the board game we received was only an expansion pack and not the actual game.
It was my bad. I didn't check, so we got the expansion without the actual game. I'm actually really regretful about that. So we ended up playing Settlers.
It was okay. Like Settlers is enjoyable, but we played this one game with. Was it Blitz? Were you playing that game?
I was in that game with Blitz, yeah.
It was like the most one-sided game I've ever played. He had like 2 good numbers. I don't know if it was like 6s and 10s, but they got rolled so often. It was like one of those extreme cases where one person gets obscenely lucky. And I think we all had like 5 points and he had 10. But it was a 3-person game and he didn't roll 7s either. So it was like no 7s and he rolled a lot. So he just crapped on us.
He's so lucky, man. He was so excited during that game too. Fuck his smug-looking face.
Yeah, every time you get points, it's really exciting, but it sucks to be on the other end.
So why did you decide to come out to this MLG?
Mostly networking, fun, more fun.
Do you network a lot?
Yeah, actually, it's pretty amazing how effective it is. I know people always talk about networking. They said that in college too, but I'm a very introverted person, so comparatively, going to an MLG where a lot of people know me and meeting cool people and getting business cards and stuff is really fun. And I don't even have to try that hard, which is really nice because I wouldn't try that hard probably. I don't like force myself around and things like that. So it's nice to feel the natural networking thing work.
That's cool. I mean, I saw you at the bar yesterday chatting up some MLG employees. You think Dota 2 is in the cards for MLG in the future?
I've heard some rumors that it is, but I've heard that since last IPL, so I'm kind of holding my breath. I was like, last time I heard it, I was like, oh yeah, cool, this is going to be great. But I don't know, that was, 4 months ago, and I heard similar things as last time, so maybe it will, maybe it won't.
Be crazy. I mean, Sundance said that they don't have any plans for it for 2013, so the fact that they know you, they're talking to you, maybe that's a good sign.
I don't think it's very telling of Dota 2 being picked up. It's just more of a, we have some interest and we'd like to talk to you thing, so we'll see.
Did you get recognized a lot here? Sign some autographs?
Yeah, a lot more than IPL, actually. IPL, I signed 1 autograph, I think. Only 1 guy recognized me. That wasn't within esports. But this time it was a lot more. I took a couple pictures, like 4 or 5, and I don't think I took as many pictures as signed autographs, actually. Something around there. So like about 10 people total, I think, that recognized me.
And what was the highlight? It was the guy that... we did this little bit. You'll see it. We took some fans of like the players and fans of Call of Duty, StarCraft, League of Legends, and we asked them to randomly guess the names of Dota heroes. We showed them a picture of like Tidehunter or whatever, and we had them guess. And Purge happily assisted us. What did you think of that?
Well, it was pretty enjoyable. It's kind of hard to hold an iPad for that long, to be honest, but I powered through it. The hardest thing was, since you were doing the interviewing and the talking, I always had comedic timing in my head where I was like, oh, this would be funny to say right now, but I couldn't say it because I didn't know if it would pick up on the mic and then be awkward, and I didn't always know when to flip images, like when you were going to like 100% troll them and be like, oh yeah, Daisy Fairy Princess is the correct name, next image, you know, and I would, unless it was really obvious, so sometimes it's hard to keep the flow together, but it's okay.
I like the idea of having someone who's relatively recognizable in one community be like a prop in an interview. Like if we had like Huck or whatever hold it and they didn't understand like who he was, it'd be pretty funny to later on look back on that. But what about that kid that didn't know about the Dota heroes? Remember we told them about oh yeah. Yeah, that was a pretty funny story.
I can tell that story.
You can tell it. Go ahead.
So there was this League of Legends player that we did interviews. I think he was like the first kid maybe. Seemed like a nice guy. But basically we said, oh, of course we say this to every League of Legends person we talk to, you should try Dota sometime. And he was kind of like, oh, maybe. And I was like, you can play all of the heroes for free. And he's like, wait, what? Seriously? I'm getting ripped off that hard? And we're like, yeah, you only have to pay for cosmetics if you choose to. And he was honestly really surprised.
He was like, I don't want to switch because I'd have to pay so much money.
Yeah.
And we're like, oh, you can play it all for free. And he's like, what? He's like completely shocked that anyone would do anything that stupid. Yeah. Stupid Valve.
Yeah, Valve. What are you thinking, you idiots?
And, the crowd seemed pretty good. Everyone that's a League player, honestly, is very nice. They're very open to other games. It's less of the xenophobia kind of like, my God, we hate them. But that's probably because they're on top. It's easy to be open and happy about games when yours is number one. Any other observations, interesting stories about MLG that you got here?
I don't know. I had a lot of fun. It was cool to walk around to the different venues. I drank some Dr. Pepper. I had some flips. They're pretty bad for you, but they taste okay.
The women are very scantily dressed when they hand them out.
The flips women. The Dr. Pepper ones are more respectable, but just stayed away from them generally. Took their food for free. Yeah. I wish they had water. That would be cool. I went to a McDonald's on the way back from the hotel this morning, and I was like, I want a water, because I always get water because it's really cheap and efficient. And she almost charged me $1 for a bottle of water. I was like, does that cost money? Like, I don't want a bottle of water. I just want a glass. She's like, oh, the glass is $1.05. And I'm like, what the fuck? I was so pissed. So then I just didn't get a water to spite them. I was like, fuck you. Don't take my free dollar, you assholes.
The hotel gives out free bottles of water.
Oh, that's right. I did have one in my room. But I didn't plan ahead. Like, I started walking, and then I walked past McDonald's. I was like, I should probably eat breakfast because I want to eat dinner for 5 hours. And so I had 2 filet fishes. They were kind of expensive, $3 a piece, but like...
Filet of fish? Yeah.
Yeah, flats are the best.
You gonna come to other future MLGs now? This one you seem to enjoy yourself with this one.
Anaheim for sure, since that's only about 30-minute drive away from where I live right now. Other ones, maybe. I'm not. Where are the other typical areas that they go to right now?
They go to Providence.
It's in Rhode Island.
Yeah, it's a bit far for you. They've been to Orlando. They've been to Raleigh, Dallas, Anaheim. Those are pretty much, and Toronto. I can't wait until they do a Canadian one, but NASL was the one that went to Toronto.
That's right. Yeah, I would probably go to most, if not all of those, I think. Just for fun.
Yeah, we'll just crash at your place again.
It'll be... Hopefully you can get the right Agricola this time.
Yeah. It'll be amazing. And I got to see Beyond the Summit's fucked up sleep schedule firsthand. That's like crazy, like what they do.
Yeah, and you slept through it okay, right? If you guys don't know, LD usually starts casting somewhere between 3 and 5 a.m. I'm usually asleep by like 2. So when I wake up in the morning, he's almost always screaming and or yelling, however you guys want to look like it. So yeah, that's kind of hard to sleep through. And you slept on the couches, which was literally separated by maybe 1 door total. And I'm kind of surprised that you guys actually got sleep, because sometimes I have trouble, even though I'm a really hard sleeper.
Oh man, I sleep like a rock. I've slept at the MLG, like in those seats, while all the shit was going on around me. You gotta get it sometimes, yeah.
But it depends how tired I am. If I'm really tired, I'll pass out anywhere, guaranteed.
How many days can you go without getting that urge to play Dota?
I can go about a week, honestly. Like, I'm not feeling too desired, right? Like, I don't need to play Dota. When I go back, I'm sure I'll play a bunch, but I guess I'm not addicted, I guess.
I really want to play the HOTS campaign and Dota at the same time.
I heard that they are the same now. I heard there's many missions that are like Dota.
Yeah, you get like levels and heroes and craziness.
Really?
Yeah, there's a lot of hero units. A lot of the opponents have hero units.
Oh, cool.
I like that. I like that it's different than the game, because otherwise I don't want to play like it's like a normal game like I would play multiplayer. So this is your first MLG?
Yep.
Who is the most interesting person that you've met?
The most interesting person? It's a pretty complex and potentially revealing strategy. A lot of the networking people that I met, like some of the MLG CEOs, stuff like that, they're really interesting. They know their stuff really well, so it's kind of fun to get insider knowledge a little bit and have them talk about business plans for the future and stuff. And I don't know, it's not, I can't really pinpoint anybody.
What did you learn most about how these events are run? And do you feel like you respect Valve more for being able to pull off TI3, TI2 so well? Because, I mean, you went backstage, you saw a little bit of the stuff there. Seems super complicated, right?
Yeah. I mean, it was similar to what I saw at TI2, so that probably helped. If I would have jumped into that first, then I would have been a little bit more blown away. Valve really did do a good job for TI2. It seemed like they had more tech stuff than even than MLG did here, but that's probably because MLG has everything pretty precise and tied down relatively. The thing I was most surprised about, I thought that there would be way more sponsorship pouring than there was. So, for example, people were complaining about PlanetSide being part of the circuit, like they were buying their way in, but really it's not a focus of the tournament. It's a booth within the venue area where it's not like, I mean, I have no problem at all. Like, let some random game show up and drop a bunch of cash on MLG and have a demo of their game and a small show going on. It's way off to the side. Well, it's, it's in the main area, but it's not like a standpoint. It's not like they have a giant stage. It's like the 3 stages are Call of Duty, League of Legends, and StarCraft 2. I almost said Dota. That was really close. So it's just like off to the side, and it's not a big deal. I think that everything's really classy, and I think they balance the sponsorship thing just fine. It's great.
So the most important thing that we need to talk about is the girl to guy ratio. How do you feel about that?
It seems better than IPL. I don't know if I'm crazy. Maybe I just haven't been looking. But it seems like there's a decent amount. Like, I've seen good handfuls of attractive women here.
Nice.
And women. Both. They exist. They come here. We saw a couple really young people. That was kind of cool. Like, every time I see like a young kid going to an esports event with their parent, I just want to like go up to the parent and be like, thank you for being awesome and like letting your kid enjoy his hobby. Because that shit's so cool.
And then that little kid's going to tell all his friends that it was amazing. And then they're all going to become super fans.
MLG, and then Pro 420.
Yeah, and then when Purge is like 50 casting Dota events, those little kids will have kids, and those kids will watch MLG.
I'm planning for the long term, guys.
You're gonna retire on your casting dollars.
Hopefully, 2040 maybe. Is that accurate? I could do that.
Yeah,
I made good money.
It's a lot of time, a lot of interest.
Well, I guess it's like 27 years. I could do that. It'd be like low 50s.
So this event, kind of a success for you, I guess. Coming here, meeting a lot of people. You think if MLG has Dota 2, they'll tap you for casting?
I think there's a good shot. I've been in talks with a lot of them. I did the show matches for them. That was like 3 months ago. I did the Navi EG one, I think, and then I did the Complexity. Maybe it was Complexity Navi. I think it was Complexity Navi. I can't remember, and I can't remember who the 4th team was, but I did 2 show matches for them, and I went backstage and I met them before and stuff like that. I would love to cast an MLG. It's actually, when I first started casting, that was like one of my goals. I think one of them was be really big in casting, and now I am, and big YouTube channel, and the last one was cast MLGs, so I just want to cast an MLG. But that's because I used to watch the StarCraft ones before I did any YouTube stuff. I used to watch the StarCraft tournaments, and it's like, damn it, I want to do that.
So one thing I learned about staying at Purge's house is that you don't actually illegally download anything.
Nothing. Yeah, pretty much. I've had like very, very rare cases where I did, but no, I don't.
That's crazy. You're so nice. I mean, okay, I don't do that either. Just putting that out there. But I assume most people do. And now that you have FiOS,
I might as well start, right?
Yeah. There's a lot of things being streamed that you can watch completely legally.
Yeah.
But you don't even go on the borderline things.
Yeah, it'd be kind of immoral to ask people to turn off their ad blockers and then just download and torrent things. So I just try to stay away.
You're a
from
man
that.
of principle.
Yes, I like following rules.
So how many people have you converted to Dota this weekend?
I don't know. I haven't looked at my YouTube numbers. I'd have to check my messages. I don't know.
How many people you talk to? In person, how many people you talk to?
More important than converting regular people is probably converting esports people who are like, oh yeah, I play League of Legends a lot, and I'm like, you should try Dota sometime.
Why not Dota?
Because then if they get into it, then they're going to talk to their other esports contacts, and eventually all the big esports people will play Dota casually, and they'll talk about it, and that'll accelerate growth as well, because getting League of Legends players or getting StarCraft 2 players to play it is also really beneficial. So I've done a decent job. Talked to a couple. They said, oh yeah, I'll try it. I don't know if they will, but
doing God's work.
Yeah, exactly.
Like a Jehovah's Witness, just walking around, peddling,
spreading the good
Dota
word.
Invite keys, throwing them at them.
Yeah, I wish I had physical copies. I would just give them I would just like go through the League of Legends stand and be like, sorry, I need to sit down over here, but then as I walk by them, every person I'll just give a Dota 2 key to.
Yeah, I'm sure Riot would love that as you're doing it.
They wouldn't be mad. That's okay, they can't touch me. I'm free.
They can't touch you.
I don't want any of their money
Like,
anyways. So
they're like, "What are you doing?" It's like, there's no kills at 10 minutes. I'm just giving them something to do.
just figured I'd try to entertain them somehow.
Oh boy, that's a joke, by the way, everyone. Jesus, don't.
The
get
one
up
game
on
I
them.
saw yesterday, there were actually a lot. There was a lot of aggression.
Yeah. KT is here.
I don't know who that is.
There's a Korean team. It's the same team that Flash is on.
Oh, really? They have a
Yeah,
league?
they have a league team. They're over here kicking ass, I assume.
I would hope so.
Anything else you want to talk about? I feel like we need to do an interview every time with you when you're around, because we got to get you in a whole bunch before you become too famous and start denying them, like the bigger casters that are busy.
Does that happen at... Well, if I was casting, I'm sure I'd be a little too busy, but if I'm just here casually, I have like 30 free hours to do whatever, so I don't know. That's not that big of a deal.
What do you think about Dallas?
It's kind of awesome in some parts and slightly shady in others, but largely
Get
it's
mugged
been
yet?
nice.
You didn't get mugged?
I have not. I got approached by a drunk person last night, and he asked me something, and I didn't know what the hell he said. And I was like, what? And then he kept walking at me kind of fast, and I was like, I don't know. And I just like walked away. I think he was asking where a hotel was. I thought about that afterwards.
No, he was like, how much money you got in your pocket?
Yeah. It's like, how easy would it be for me to mug you? Like, if I pulled a gun to your head, would you give me your wallet?
What would you do in that situation?
Oh, God, like, if I ever got mugged, I would be really hard pressed to give him my credit cards, because, like, that is just such a pain in the ass. Like, I don't want to die or
Would
anything.
you run? I would
I
run,
don't know.
man.
I would be like, I don't carry that much cash. I carry like $20 in cash, so I know
No,
that
no,
if I
no,
give
you
him my
gotta do
cash,
one of
like,
those.
he's just gonna be disappointed.
He pulls out the thing, and then you just point and you yell something, and then when he turns, then you run.
What if he's a good shot?
He's not gonna shoot
What if
you
he
in
can
the
throw a
back.
knife really well?
He's not gonna shoot you in the back. That's murder.
I feel like he would maybe consider it, considering his line of work.
I don't know. I think the people that mug, well, I mean, maybe you shouldn't chance it. You have so much to live for. But,
Especially the next year.
yeah.
I really don't want to die right now.
Now is a bad time to die.
I'd be like-
It's very inconvenient.
I think about that a lot now. I'm like, I'm on an airplane. If this airplane crashed, that would suck. Like, I just want to wait at least like 2 years so that the Dota 2 wave can like hit peak and then curve down a little bit, and then I'm okay.
Then you're okay to get
But,
mugged,
like,
and
before then, I would not be happy about it. Yeah.
cool. You have a nice T-shirt on. It's very nice. Very nice of you to plug our stuff. I'm not even wearing TL stuff.
It's pretty cool. I mean,
We sent it out to you. You didn't buy
it's
it.
true. I didn't buy it.
It was payment for letting us stay at your house so much.
Oh, is that what it was?
Yeah.
What about all the sex? Did that mean nothing to you?
Can't talk about that on here. Just the cuddling.
Okay. Well, we cuddled.
Yeah. A lot at night because it's cold downstairs.
It is.
Purge's bed is so warm.
You guys used all my blankets.
Yeah, sorry about that.
It's okay.
We did laundry though.
Did you?
Yeah.
So you used my laundry detergent also? How's that
Yes.
supposed to make me feel better?
Fuck. Damn it. Purge makes the best peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. I don't think a lot of people get that from him.
Pretty high skilled.
Yeah.
I'm like
What
diamond.
else can you make?
Diamond level. Grilled peanut butter and jelly.
Really? Does that exist?
Yeah, it's actually really good. I read this cooking blog once, and they showed like 25 cool ways to spice up a meal, and one of them was grilled PB&Js, and that was the only one that I had accomplished before. I would like to thank my friend from college, Sarah, for teaching me that.
Okay.
She's
Sarah.
good at cooking. Sarah.
When I got up and there was nothing to eat in your house, and I was looking around and I looked and there was like milk that was like 2 weeks old,
That's probably mine.
and I was like, I'm not drinking this. And then 5 minutes later, I see God's eating cereal. He's like, no problem, just eating it, no
I
problem.
don't know if it's mine or not. We have like three different gallons right now, but I think I bought that about 3 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Should maybe throw it out.
It's like, oh, okay, Australian. They have like the immune system that is able to just
is
like,
whole
repel
milk.
anything.
It's whole milk, so it doesn't spoil as fast, I've heard. So maybe I'll
2
just
weeks, I mean.
maybe I'll just pound it right when I get home, just to
like
I
March
don't want to
1st.
waste that $1.50.
And
So.
thank you for being our chauffeur all around the place this past week.
No problem.
You and Blitz seem to go everywhere in
Did
Los Angeles.
Did my driving make you feel safe?
Yeah, he's a very conservative driver.
I'd like to think that.
Yeah, you drive not quite like an old woman, like a little better than that, but yeah, I
An
feel
old
I felt
woman?
safe. Huh?
That's like an extreme. An old woman is an extreme if you're stereotyping.
Yeah, but I mean, you were driving like slightly above the speed limit
Yeah.
and not passing people.
Yeah, I don't pass that often.
That's
But
you,
that's
it's
I
like how you
signal
play
that's fine a
Dota.
lot. I play a little too aggressive in Dota, I think, sometimes. I make dumb decisions occasionally, and then I lose games. Not lose, but like lose big advantage. I'm very close to being consistent, I think.
I watched you play a few Dota games. It's pretty funny. You got to play with some really new players recently.
Yes.
Teaching them. You're very patient. Not really. Sometimes you get pretty upset, but
true.
You don't say it all to them, which is nice.
Yeah, it's a hard balance. Like some of my viewers or occasional viewers will get upset because I say negative things about people on my stream, and they say that that's equivalent to saying it to them. So like, oh, so you can criticize them online but not in person. But it's like, that's the point of my freaking videos. Like, I'm trying to help you guys learn, so I'm gonna have to tell you when 3 levels of corrosive skin at level 5 on Viper is absolute shit. So
yeah, I mean,
sorry.
It's saying something to someone that's wrong is not necessarily bad. It's not really criticizing them. Sometimes they just don't know. It's not really their fault.
Mm-hmm.
But I would say that you can't say too many things to people. You got to be really selective on what you tell them.
Yeah.
You only like really filter out the useless stuff.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
I think actually I've kind of pinpointed where my rage comes from. It's like this 3-second period after I notice a mistake where I get really frustrated, and after that point it's passed. So if somebody does something that I'm like, why the fuck would you do that? Like, it's right after it happens. And if I would just wait like 4 seconds, all the rage is passed, and then I can look at it and not say anything overly critical. So I just need to stay off my mic for like 3 seconds after somebody does something really dumb.
Or if you yell at them, then like 10 seconds later you have this intense shame.
Yeah.
About you feel really bad for yelling at them.
Plus it's probably recorded and streamed online and wouldn't make me look very good.
Okay, well, I think that's it. I don't really think we have much more to talk about. This is a very haphazard interview. It's all over the place, but I think it was good. We'll catch up with you soon.
Okay.
Yeah. Thank you for everything, and
do I get to plug my stuff?
Oh yeah, right now.
That's
Shit.
why I'm doing this. For more followers. Go follow me on Facebook or Twitter at PurgeGamers. You can see my YouTube videos at youtube.com/PurgeGamers. And if you guys want to learn how to play Dota, go to my website. It's PurgeGamers.com, and I have my guide there. It's good for learning the game. Or it's in client if you guys want to, if you have Dota 2.
I've linked your guide to a few of my friends, and I'm like, welcome to Dota, you suck. And they're like, wow, this is like quite in your face. I'm like, yeah, that's kind of the mentality you have to have. But they're StarCraft fans. They know how it goes.
All right, they'll get it.
Yeah. Thanks.
Yep.